The Director General in the Health Department, Sandile Buthelezi, has confirmed that the forensic investigation into the awarding of 150 million Rand Digital Vibes contract has found that it was irregular. Buthelezi has also told Parliament's Portfolio Committee of Health that the report has been handed over to the SIU for further investigation. He's added that as a department, they cannot act on the recommendations on their own report as they are awaiting finalisation of the SIU report. He's also told the committee that he's received legal advice to refrain from commenting on the matter following a case opened by the DA in Cape Town against him and the minister.
This matter is now with law enforcement agencies and I'm directly implicated in terms of the case that was apparently opened yesterday. So it will be very difficult to go into the details. But just to start, when I started in the department last year, and the Auditor General presented their report to us towards the end of the year last year, there were a number of issues that were raised by the AG. And one of those issues was the Digital Vibes matter, where they wanted the accounting officer to do further investigations of on the matter. So it's not that matter only. There were other matters. So we then appointed a number of forensic firms to do some investigations, this one and the other matters. But I won't dwell on the other matters because they are not part of the agenda for this morning. But I just want the Portfolio Committee to be aware that we appointed more than one forensic firm to do work. And I must say that we then received the reports from the different forensic firms, including the forensic firm that did work on the Digital Vibes matter. But at the time, whilst that investigation was taking place, the matter of Digital Vibes then became a matter of media scrutiny. What then happened is that then the Special Investigating Unit then also took interest in the matter in terms of investigating specifically that matter, we had already started investigating. Then on the 23rd of February, when this came up, I was contacted by the Special Investigating Unit on the matter. And I did inform them in writing that we are already advanced with the investigations on the matter. They said, no, they will continue to do the investigation as per the proclamation, which was done by the President. They then requested that I link them up with the forensic firm that is doing this investigation so that they can cooperate to avoid duplication. Of course, then with their proclamation, they have quite extensive powers beyond what the forensic firm can do. So I then linked them up, and then they then started working together on the investigation. Then fast forward. We then, of course, then the SIU then, of course, had to interview different people in the department. They summoned the documents through my office, which I had to get the documents to them. And then, of course, they interviewed different individuals. And they've also had meetings with me, individually as the accounting officer. I've had personally 2 meetings to date. With the special investigating unit. We then received the final report, the final draft report, the draft report, and then the final report from our own forensic firm as the clients that we had appointed. Then that report, because now they had been working together, I then handed that report over to the special investigating unit. The similar report was handed to the President by our Minister so that the President, as the principal, could actually have sight of that report. However, in terms of implementing some of the recommendations in the report, I've been in contact with the SIU And they've told me that they will be they are still working on that report because it's part now of their own investigation. Hence, we can't treat that report as a final report because for sure, I mean, they have extensive powers like summoning bank accounts and doing all the other issues which the forensic investigators did not have that. So that report, as much as it is final on administrative matters from the forensic firm that we are appointed, it's still not final. It's now with the SIU, and the SIU will be guiding me on the next steps in terms of implementing. Let me make an example. In terms of, if, for example, I'm making an example, if there's a recommendation that there's some money to be recovered, I might go ahead and try and recover those amounts. And I might find out that because the forensic firm did not have powers to summon bank accounts and all of that, it might not be the correct amount of money to be recovered. So hence, we've decided that we're not going to do much. Let's just wait for the SIU to finish their report. As the president has also mentioned in public and in parliament, that is waiting for that final report. It is at that time then we will be able to say the report is final. So where we are now, the report is not yet final until the SIU finalizes the other aspects in terms of the report. But I must say that, as mentioned by the minister publicly, the report does actually confirm that the awarding of the contract was irregular, but there are still some other pieces then to be finalized, and then we'll be able to implement fully the recommendations, not on a piecemeal basis as we move forward. Then on the second matter is that now that the matter has been formally reported to the SAPS, I've also been guided by our attorneys of the department that I should refrain from any commenting on the report. Besides that, the report is with the SIU. It is only then, when we've been given the green light by the SIU, that we can start moving ahead in terms of internal disciplinary processes and the other issues that are there.